Welcome to Miller's Monsters. Today we're going to go over the movie X, directed by Ty West, starring Maya Goth, Jenna Ortega, and Brittany Snow. And thank goodness for a free preview weekend, or it would have been much longer than now that I would have been able to see this movie. I've heard all about this movie. I've heard good things all about this movie. And I will get into some of those good things about this movie in a minute, but first, as always, spoilers ahead. And take a minute to hit the subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell, send me a comment, share it with a friend, tell the world about it, and subscribe. So, X is about a group of adult entertainment people renting a farmhouse in the country from an elderly couple, and they're trying to get on the inside to the new home video X-rated business. And obviously the director's a man ahead of his time. He sees the home video market as a place to make a few bucks in. So they head off to the farmhouse, and they get to the farmhouse, and it is straight out of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, you couldn't have picked a more creepy place to film this porno movie called Farmer's Daughter. Okay, and this is set in 1979, by the way. I did love the score. The music in this is fantastic. Really set the tone for everything. But they get to this house, and they pay the elder gentleman at the farm who he talked to, and his only warning was to don't bother his wife. And so they go into it shows them the house that they're going to be in. They get comfortable, they start making their movie. And of course, the farmer's wife gets an idea of what's going on. She's really enamored with one of the girls in the film, and invites her up for tea, and just tells her how beautiful she is, and everything, and comes out to the farmhouse that they rented and sees them making this movie, and this stirs some feelings in her that her husband can't satisfy at the moment, and she decides instead to go on a murderous rampage and pretty much kills everyone except for the one woman who becomes the survivor, or the final girl of the film. And she calls the police, and everyone's dead anyway, so there's no one's going to run away anywhere. And that's pretty much how the movie ends. So what I liked about this movie is first of all, the music. I mentioned that earlier. The 70s music was great to listen to. At the beginning especially, really got me into the movie. And the CGI, or the horror effects, were fantastic. There's some nice impalings here, and it's a twist seeing an elderly couple be the antagonists of the movie. I mean, they had to be, 80s, and what happens is this filming stirs some feelings in the ex-wife, and the husband says he can't satisfy her because of his heart might go, and she just takes it out on these unwitting porn stars, and basically it's her way of getting satisfaction. And what we learn in this film is that this is not the first group they've done this to. They've brought out other people and rented the cabin out, and the guy says always exciting his wife by running around in scantily clad condition, and arouses her, and he can't please her, so she goes out on this rampage what we learn is they're working in cahoots, okay? And, he's trapping people for her. He's running interference. He ends up killing one guy by shotguns, and one gets impaled in the eye, which is, that was a very good scene. But in the end, one of our young porn actresses is able to fight back and survive, and ends up killing both of the elderly people. One guy has a heart attack trying to pull one of the dead people in, and the other woman dies by a backfire of her rifle, pretty much, or the kickback of her rifle knocks her through the door. And that's pretty much how the movie ends, but kind of like an M. Night movie where, there's always a little twist throughout the movie, and through some really nice editing. They're flashing, they're kind of doing a TikTok dual thing, duet thing, if you're familiar with that. One side of the screen's what's going on in the filming room, the other thing's what's going on in the house, and how they're matching up a little bit. And throughout the movie you see bits and pieces of this gospel, or this preacher spreading the word. And in the end, he says, I've seen how sex and this can affect people, and he pulls off a cover on a picture to reveal our surviving final girl porn star. So everything went full circle in that way. So I really enjoyed this. I can see why it was highly rated. It didn't do too well at the box office. I think in the end it made around 12 million US, and but it's definitely up there. You'll see the shortly on this being one of the top films of 2022, and it'll have its own category. So I give it 3.5 out of 5. It's worth seeing. It's a gore. If you like nudity, it's in there. But a few nice twists, and the cinematography is great, and how everything was tied together. And don't miss that 70s music. So if you like what you saw, please share it. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like button, and please feel free to send me comments. Always enjoy reading those. And I will talk to you later.